Good morning everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to dive in about Nvidia. So this is a very interesting video for Nvidia, and we know tomorrow is going to be a very important day for Nvidia. Is it tomorrow or today? It's going to be on Wednesday 27th, and right now we are on weekly to see what's going on in Nvidia. Are we going to pump? Are we going to go down? So I want to explain. This is Nvidia. It was on a super bullish trend. Remember my charts here. So we started all the way long time ago when Nvidia was around $8. So we have been using the previous high. So remember, this is our high 34 on 2021, and then 2022 or not 2024 we have some. Let me go back again, and we are going to adjust our time frame into monthly, and we'll see what line it was for before. So here guys, we took this one because this was a 32. It was high here, and we took that one. It was our resistance on top on 2021, and we started all the way. It was a breakout from all the way from this area. We had this one around this area 2021, and then 2023 high before AS came in. And since then we broke out on a super trend. Okay, this was super trend after we break from January 2024, and it was around 56 cents, $56. I mean, we hit here. When you see on monthly now, this is very interesting. Also very interesting, very bullish. Every time is above, closing above. After we close above 153, which it was high when it came back, and then this was the time for tariff, and the stock pulled down to $896. Right now it's 180, which is above 120% since then. So now we are going to see it was a bullish candle, which is on monthly, and maybe this is just the best time to buy Nvidia, because it was a leader also, and any dip like that one, it was very important. So right now we are now watching some of these candles. Remember, when you see the blue line here, the week, we are consolidating week, and although you stay here some few months, but he also telling you, you are signaling the time to take profit. You see over here, let me see what was this one on Nvidia, and we are going to see if we have something like that one. Yeah, so here breakdown. So he was telling you 4 months and 3 months this thing, and if I do it that when stock move sideways, we found this a week, which it was signal buy. We got this week stock move sideways because momentum, and it broke this one, which was supposed to double top, and we have now 2 weeks and 1 week, which is maybe this earnings for tomorrow is time to come down. I'm not ruling, guys. I'm not ruling out that the stock maybe come down. So most of the analyzers are saying maybe it may be the sell the rip. So remember, the huge volume on weekly came around 115 and send the stock all the way. So we don't have any red clouds on weekly, which is like a resistance or a sellers. And I told you I will go to break down. So today I will not use the MACD, I will going to use this one. So this is very interesting. So it was telling you to take profit all the way, but stock didn't pull down. So on 1 week here, it just moved sideways for several days. It got up, broke this line. We are telling you I told you it break where we were supposed to be a double top, because 153 was a resistance, And right now we are here watching this one. So we are carving down. So this is a very interesting. We have also forming something like a downtrend line here, which is also we might be watching that one. And also we have some police candle. You see this one. So that's another thing that are we going to short. I don't know if like this round I was not seeing a steady of time. I didn't play any options. I took an buying now dip, in fact, on ETFs. Yeah, so I'll be loading on ETF because I was not sure. So I missed some, like this one, guys. This around $30. I've been holding some ETFs. So this is very interesting. So tomorrow either we are going to break upside down. Remember, weekly, daily, we don't have any you don't see on red clouds. So you don't see any short sellers. Now we are going to break our time frame in the 4 hours. So when you break down time frame on 4 hours, that's when you see a lot of activity. So around 163, 170 here, that's you see a lot of pies coming in. Send the stock stay above. So anything above 180, it has been red, which is telling you. In fact, like this one now here, we have some premium here on 4 hours. Just remember this is a small time frame, and I told you we are like, we look like you're probably something like down there. I remember this all-time high came, and that's why we don't have any sellers above there. So once we break 184, we are going 200. So that's very interesting, right? Yes, we are going straight 200. So the guy say I have to go to play that video. Yeah, I'll go to use his video. You talk about soft testing. I've been watching his videos, and I don't know. For me, in fact, what I'm be loading right now, I'm be loading some of Tesla stock. For Nvidia, I will not use Nvidia. So that one, if I didn't buy like around 100, I will not chase it. This is the uptrend for 45 minutes, and the testing I told you, like this, you see this one, whenever we get 182, 184 is coming more resistance. So now let's go here, and I'm going to play a video for a guy who I like him. I watch all his videos every time. I've never missed his videos. So I'm going to here, and I'm going to play this video. Sorry guys.
Where are your eyewash stations? When will you need them? Dirt, dust, or chemicals can...
So sorry about that. I'm trying to play. So this is what Josh should talk about Nvidia, and I always is my mentor. Watching his videos, talk about Nvidia here. So you see, I've been watching all of his videos. I've never missed this video, but right now let's go straight to the Nvidia, and they talk maybe Nvidia will be time to sell them.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Where did all that Friday pump go? The market seemed to have lost its momentum. Volume dried up today. And moment, I'm going to show to you both the bullish and the bearish side of the case. I want to quickly shout out Tesla could allow the stock price to push above. What is your strategy? Is this a buy and hold? Are you going to buy after it pops this Wednesday? Do you hedge the position that you're currently in? Those are the decisions you have to make. All right, let's go into the charts. I'm going to break down volume, moving averages, momentum indicators, and candle theory. Nvidia is saying a lot right now. Let's go listen to it. Okay, the first thing that I want to point out to you guys is that the area of resistance that's above us is 184. That's the area that's going to trigger a pop in the stock price. But obviously we have developed some historic resistance points along the way. We've already been beating up against this area and not quite ripping above it. A very positive earnings moment could allow the stock price to push above this ceiling of resistance, but I'm not quite sure it would stay above it very long. I want to point out some things to you guys. First of all, the red line on the chart is the 21 EMA. We're looking at weekly candles, and you can see that this is an area that it has come back to in the past, and it's respected. We obviously had trouble back here. This is where it really fell apart, but once we got back above the 21 EMA, it was a beautiful classic buy signal. It's been rocketing ever since. What do you see when you look at this chart and the 21 EMA? Well, I'll tell you what I see. There's a lot of space between the 21 EMA and the current price, and so even though I do believe that we can hit up against the top of this ceiling of resistance again on positive earnings, I believe this entire space up here is going to ultimately lead to a fade and a sell the rip moment. And if you look at the volume range visual profile, which are these bars on the right of your screen, you can see that they are barely popping their head out, which means that as this had price expansion, all these green candles, it wasn't a lot of buyers. It's just that in this environment there were no sellers. So the buyers overwhelmed the sellers. As people were bullish on the price, it continued to climb, but there's not a lot of history. There's not a lot of buying here. It's not until you get down into this zone that you see a larger pile of buyers, and that's where you find support on a pullback. And you say, okay, well, where does this support really come into the light, Joshua? Well, back at around 145. And the interesting thing about the price point of 145, as you see that we are in this ascending channel, is that that largely brings us back to the middle of the channel, okay? And it also comes back and tests the top of previous resistance, okay? So I'm actually expecting Nvidia to pop. I'm expecting their earnings to do very well. I'm expecting some of these higher price points to get hit. And after that, I'm expecting a cool-off phase. And eventually, for it to come back and test these levels of previous resistance. That's what's normal price action for any play. And so what I am seeing in Nvidia is that there's a lot of bullishness, a lot of buying interest. There was call sweeps across the board. I talked about it a week ago that there was $48 million purchased on a last week, and then the very next day another $4 million call option bet was put on for the next couple weeks. A lot of people are expecting Nvidia to crush it. This is their moment. They've done very well. They've been able to sell chips to the whole world based on some of the regulation easing that we got from the administration, right? And so a lot of things aligned for them to have a really good quarter, and the market's probably going to respond with the stock ripping. Now, let me just talk to you about why the stock would rip even though we're at a very high price, okay? It's algorithmic buying. I talk about it all the time. They've got it dialed in to what they're looking for, right? The numbers. They're looking for that greater than 20% data center growth. They're looking for those types of data points and news points to hit, and the minute they see them, they'll begin to buy. They'll begin to push the price up. But that doesn't mean that it's a good time to go long on Nvidia right here. Oftentimes, retail hears about this and feels good about it, and they get in at the end, and all they are exit liquidity. So I like Nvidia this week. I want you to know I like Nvidia this week.
So guys, you talk about resistance, you see everything over there. You talk about this bullish candle on Nvidia, and the guys, if Nvidia will break out now, so that's another questions. Which stock which has more room when Nvidia is going to break out? So right now we are on this. You talk about a pull bullish trend, so which is I told about here. It will cap up or will cap down. So remember this one short time frame, which is I talk about 45 minutes. So remember 45 minutes is just candles for today. And if this thing will proc out revenue to pit revenue, if they will pit revenue, remember they are looking estimated $1 by share, and revenue would be around 46. So we are going to get Nvidia around 48 billion. Yeah, that's I'm estimating, guys. No technically, no advice. And because of that now, remember, which is carrying Nvidia is carrying SPY. And if Nvidia is carrying SPY, so we are now going to look what is SPY doing on a daily. So SPY, I saw triple top on SPY. Yeah, I saw triple top on SPY. I'm not sure if I'm correct, guys, so let me make sure. Let's call double top here. So we have this double top on SPY around 647, and we have this on that double top. We have this candle here, which is very extremely bullish, which is because we follow with a huge volume, and this sideways doesn't mean anything. That's meaning this thing it might be break. So once we break 648, let's talk, we are above 648. This thing, remember, normally say it's going to be around 700 or 670. So Nvidia to rocket tomorrow, this thing is going to push like 20. In fact, guys, a lot of things is set to break out tomorrow when these things SPY and Nvidia breaking out. So when I talk about, so now we are going to watch QUPT, because this is a computer stock, which is, I think they are so close with Nvidia. So this one, when go on MACD, is looks to break out. So we have this D. Remember, anytime D is coming, push any D here. We have this one. We have this one. Remember this now for breakout. So yesterday I thought it's going to take a huge breakout. Remember, if you want to make good money on quantum computer, buy ETF. So where will be resistance? 19. Nvidia's break tomorrow, this one is up to 19, and that will be how many percentage? So if QUBT will push up, wait a minute, yeah, so there is some lacking in the charts here, so will be 28%. If that one will go to rock like 56%, QUPX. So when QUPX less, I'll call every stock and ETF. So we are now on QUPX to leverage. It's around $16. A very nice time to buy, according to me. Why? Because this thing is already, since this ETF was listed, it was around $35. Right now we are talking about $16. So this one I like it. So I've already told you I like it. You see this one now, once that one will break out, like you hit $19. So this one is, I told you, is going to hit 15% and 56%. This thing can happen. So let's go back here again to make sure this ETF. So we talk about how many percentage? 56%. We are going to hit 56% to 60%, and that will go to is $26. So that's, guys, by share is $10. So buying like 10 shares right now, you invest 160. Tomorrow we have 320 and above, which is on Thursday. Okay, so let's go now to another stock, which is, I think, RGTI. Remember, right now I'm not using on MACD Rickety. So Rickety right now here is very, I saw it, ETF stock is already 5%. Remember this one, we have this, we have kind of the, you see this one, uptrend resistance. This one was going to shoot, but this one is not much closer to Nvidia. In fact, RGT and Microsoft is so close. Like RGT RGTI, I mean Riccati, and Microsoft is that category. When you talk about Microsoft, we talk about Riccati. When you talk about Nvidia, we are talking about QPT. This one, this thing that I'm still doing some my technicals is this one. When I go to see what reference they're getting is DWF QPTS DWF QPT TS ST so yeah, QPTS, so yeah, DWF. So about DWF, guys, DWF is the one, if you ask me, is the one which is leading right now. And why I'm saying is the one is leading, reason number one is revenue. When you see the revenue which it live about the earnings, so revenue is around 3 billion. I think this one is leading on quantum computers, and I will go to say my reason. I've already said the reason. That's about the revenue. So remember, this one now is on under the downtrend. Reason number one, this thing push all the way from here, November, less than 0.6. Remember, this one went more than a lot of percentage, and I think it is the time it tested right now on this downtrend candles. Remember, a lot of sellers already stayed in here, and it may be pushing down tomorrow. I don't know if they have relationship with Nvidia. So another, yeah, okay, sorry, I forget all of Riccati ETF. So let's go this one on East ETF of Q East. Yeah, so we are on this ETF here. This one is around 65. What? The last time I saw this one, it was 125. So for me personally, I've already told you I will go with the QUPT because of cheapest ETF. Yeah, and also it's growing. Like, I will finish this one and I'll go. You see this one? Remember this one? I didn't draw this one. Forget about this trend here. We have this one from all the way here. We broke from that trend. Even you forced to be like this one, or for me, I use this one because this was the valley after making kind of double top here. You see, this is a QPTX ETF, and we are watching if this area will not alter. Tomorrow is going to be every day. Remember, this area is our, remember this here is our neckline. So once it break below this area, it's going to be dropping from, it's going to drop a half. Yeah, it's going to drop a half. I don't know why I'm doing long video. It's going to drop back to this level around $26. So remember, ETFs, when it's going to crash, messy. And so RGTI, because before I close YouTube this video, we are going to talk about ETF for RGTI, which is, I told you, is around 42 right now. I put around this one area, I put around 26, and then I put around 31, red all the way, took my profit around here. It came back here. I missed this one. I took profit, but I'm holding the like a stock because I believe RGTI is going to be, RGTI is going around $27, and for right now Remember this kind of double top here, the time was supposed when it was around $13 here. Man, I don't know, I was focusing with the other coins, but even right now is still around $40. It's very cheap. Okay, it was a bullish candle here. We have any other candles which is very bullish here? We don't have. Okay, but we see a lot of consultation here. I was using some of kind of MACD and remember and also the D. Remember the D that I told you for reversal, like this one is also telling you it's going to move sideways. We didn't get any of these indicators going to push up, and I will go to wait, guys. Open. I will not go to buy. Open is already price in. UNH, yeah, UNH. It's time to buy. HIMS. Yeah, core with now. So remember core with some relationship with and we have this one 2 days candle stock push all the way. We have another D. We are watching that reversal coming. Remember consolidation, and this way is pie, and it was a target on 4-hour chart. Remember this thing when it was indicated sell, it didn't pull back. It's now indicating pie, and will not see that recover very soon. You will see. I'm watching like $60 to be when crash will come. We'll go to DP 60, and I'm buying this one ETF on CoreWeave. It's around the same way I told you. ETF for CoreWeave is around $6. You see, around $10. Yeah, so buying CoreWeave ETF around $10 is very interesting. Remember this thing came when it was $20. Buying around this area, we have this reversal, and the CoreWeave is going to be huge. So I'm buying for CoreWeave ETF, and this one, let me show you HIMS. So also HIMS, watching on HIMS, buying HIMS also around $6. Let me see on ETF. I promise you this will be the last one. I'm already tired. I'm tired now. So HIMS ETF is $2, $14. So double bottom, sell around that 6, buy 14, sell that 6. Guys, easy money. In fact, you don't need to buy it even of options. Remember this bottom, it came around $8. So buying from $14 and below is going to be generational wealth. So ask me, are you going to buy a lot? No. Why? Because this thing, when you look the candles and the target, we are going all the way between $30 and $26. That's why DCAing is the king. Guys, man, like, subscribe, and see you on video. Subscribe my YouTube channel, subscribe the choice video.